Welcome back to OpenLine, talking about the Fountains of Musica Foundation. The Musica statue on Music Row is about to get some fountains, and the foundation, people from the foundation are here talking all about it. Very interesting. We have some video that we've been showing. Very interesting stuff. Let's go to Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
Hi, what's on your mind?
Well, two things. I have a comment and a question. First, the comment. I think this is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see the fountains and enjoy it when it finally gets completed. My question, I tuned in a bit late, so if you covered this, I didn't hear it. I did hear that it's privately funded, and I was wondering if there was an opportunity for smaller donations through something like a Kickstarter.
We haven't done a Kickstarter program, but we are taking donations on our website so far. We have a
Let's start a Kickstarter.
Well, we've thought about it. We just got to get it organized. The fountainsofmusica.org is the donation site, and it's a nonprofit, so it's tax deductible. And we were even saying, somebody asked us if they could mail a check in, and our gallery is on Charlotte. My husband's studio is there. You could come by and bring us a check.
L'Acquire Gallery.
Yeah, on Charlotte.
And then buy another statue.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, does that answer your question, Patrick?
Oh, actually, that's maybe of interest.
Absolutely did. I think this is great. Thank you.
Thanks.
That makes me think of the process. Would that be interesting to hear just a little bit about? When Alan sculpts, he starts at a small scale to work out the composition of what something is going to be. And so he did one that's about this tall that we have for sale at the gallery. But the point is, then he had people pose for him in real life. He likes to work from life, and so real people pose for this. These are
Andre's one of the models for Musica.
They're not idealized. They're not idealized Greek gods and goddesses. They're real people, and they're people of different ethnicities, and they show the diversity of Nashville on that literal level, as well as what we were talking about before, all the diverse genres of music that Nashville represents. So he had people pose for him, and he sculpted it about this scale, and then he sculpted it all over again at the large scale. And
then it was all the pieces were
they're cast in bronze at a foundry in Wyoming. And then we brought them on flatbed trucks to Nashville, and when we got to the city limits, we put them, we veiled them, covered them all up with parachutes, and then brought them into town and erected the whole thing under a parachute.
I remember
and then
when it was unveiled.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very dramatic.
Yeah, that's fun.
So we're going to start filming the process of the fountains as well, and then we're going to put it all together with the creation of the sculpture. It's going to be a fantastic documentary.
So when would ground be broken? When would the first
this
hint
fall
of construction be?
Well, actually not. What it takes, if you think about, you have to design in all of the components, and so that'll probably be done this summer.
And Wet manufactures all of their components and guarantees them.
Proprietary stuff that they build, and then they'll be doing that in Los Angeles, and then we'll start maybe break ground. We're not sure exactly. It depends on fundraising, but the physical construction will be a number of months. But in the background, there will have been all this other work before we ever put a shovel in the ground.
All right, so again, we're seeing these pictures of what it will look like. What sort of reaction have you been getting from various folks?
I would like to read this quote from Reba McEntire, and you know her devotion to this roundabout is incredible, and
her contribution to the city, and that neighborhood,
and country music.
Yes.
And this is what she wrote: "Music Row has always been a special place in my life and career. As entertainers, we come here with dreams to fulfill. As fans, we come to experience the place where the music of our lives comes from. Now with the roundabout, Musica, and the new fountains, our beloved Music Row has a proper introduction." Reba McEntire.
That's great.
Proper introduction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. And other people.
Oh, we have.
Now, can I say that name? Steven Tyler was there.
Hello.
Yes.
You say Steven Tyler.
We had our first unveiling a few months ago, and he showed up out of the blue. And all of a sudden, there he was, and I've worked with him a lot through the years, so he knew I was up to something, and he showed up. And he says, he looked at it, he says, "The fountains aren't there now?" I said, "No." He says, and he said, "It would be a crime not to have these fountains." So, you know, that was his quote.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And we have Martina McBride. Want to read that one?
Yeah, she said, "I've always been intrigued by the dancing statues of Musica. Adding fountains seems like such a cool thing to do, and it would add so much to Music Row. I can't wait to see it." So that's Martina McBride.
Yeah, some heavy hitters.
Yeah, it's really.
So any celebrities out there that want to send in their quotes.
Yeah, or their dollars.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be left off of this one.
Right.
And we'll continue to show the pictures. And you wanted to talk about some other aspects of all of this, right?
Well, the dancing, I mean, that she mentioned the dancing. Alan, when he was sculpting it, he was assigned this challenge, really, and he felt like that he had to somehow embody music, and so he felt like that dance really is the physical embodiment of music. I mean, when we hear music, we move. And so that's where he began the idea of the dancing figures, and that the water surrounds it and it conveys that movement. And it's a simple, exuberant, celebratory feeling that you get with the water and the figures together. And I'll just read a little quote since we're reading quotes of his. He says, Musica works on several different levels. The most obvious one conveys the sense of exuberance and joy in the experience of music, and that's how we all feel when we hear it. On a deeper, more symbolic level, the piece as a whole refers to the chthonic forces of the earth and the moment of creative inspiration bursting forth out of nowhere. And the chthonic force is a reference back to the Greeks, that they believe that we people, their creation stories, that people spring from the earth. And so that's the whole feeling of all of this explosion is what he wanted. He wanted it to be an explosion. And back to your question of what did we tell the fountain designers in the beginning, that was one of the things we said. He really wanted to feel explosive and exciting. And so it has all those different moods. And music has different moods, and so do the waters.
And so as he was putting this together, and it's a huge undertaking, he's starting with nothing and has to create something. Does he give an outline to the city, and the city's like, okay, go with this? Or did the city say, just come up with something and surprise us? I guess
well,
oversight.
it was a private, it also was privately funded.
Okay.
But he did work through the city. It was the very first time we were beginning to have a Percent for Art program that the Arts Commission manages. And any bonded fund projects in the city get a percent to go for art, and that was in its nascence. And this, even though it was privately funded, the city wanted to go through that process, and so he was sort of the guinea pig for the process, which was fun. And so he did meet with committees and talk to them about his design as it progressed, and they had some good input, and it worked as a partnership. It really was positive.
And what a daunting task. I mean, was it pretty daunting?
I think he really enjoyed it. I think it was exciting.
Well, he makes colossal statues.
That's right. Well, that's what. Yeah, that's what.
This is nothing.
And then you get a call like we had earlier tonight from Lucy.
God, that was fantastic.
Who said that she was there on opening night, and your husband, who is again the sculptor, happened to still be there and kind of walked around. I mean, does he go there often and just kind of, look at this? And that's such a great story from Lucy.
That was lovely.
He must be very proud of it.
I think he feels good. Well, I think as his wife, I can say I'm really excited about this because I think it will give its due finally and create the excitement that I think everybody will respond to and feel. And that would be lovely to have him get to participate in that. It'd be great.
And now in our final moment here, before our last short segment, what do you want people to take away? I want to ask you, what do you want people to take away from our conversation?
Well, we just want people to know that this is going to be absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be inspiring, and it'll bring people from all over the world here. And we hope that they come to our website, find out more about it, and donate. Even if it's $5, we'll take it, because it should be a community effort, and from larger nations to small, this is a fantastic partnership of public and private all coming together to work together to make something fantastic for our city. So come to fountainsofmusica.org, and that's where you're going to see everything about the fountain, and you can see the animation, you can see the link there for that, and also you can go PayPal, you can go every which way, or bring us a check.
Yeah, or a credit card or a check.
To LaQuire Gallery on Charlotte.
Yeah, Alan's studio is there too. And I think a lot of people don't realize they see Athena or they see Musica. They have no idea that somebody from Nashville did it, and his studio is, moments away from that spot.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to wrap everything up. Be back right after this.